this video, I'll show you how to disallow Flash file types and MIME types and uploads in your Joomla site. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Welcome to Maintenance Monday live stream number 45. Now, last week I thought it was 43. I better be careful with my fingers here. But it was actually 44. So today is 45, which means we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of doing a live stream every week on Monday. So thank you for tuning in, and thanks for your support of this channel. We're up to 952 subscribers, so close to 1,000, which is a special milestone here on YouTube. So thank you, everybody, for your support of this channel. And as usual, if you're here watching live, say hi in the chat, give the video a like. That'll be great. And if you're watching the recording, please do subscribe if I've earned it. And ring that bell when you subscribe so you get notifications of new live streams and tutorials and reviews. Now, you maybe have already seen, after last week's live stream, I promised that I was going to finally do the review of Nor Competition, the competition extension, or the contest extension from Nornext extensions. And I did do that the next day, and I put it up. And so I hope that you've watched that. If you're looking for a way to do a contest on your site, definitely check out that extension. So today's topic, as I already mentioned just at the very beginning, is how to disable the upload type for Flash files and the MIME type. And I believe that that's the format that things are uploaded in. I could be wrong. As you know, I'm not a programmer. I only play one on TV. Anyways, it's the third of the new security recommendations that came out with Joomla 3.8.8. So Joomla 3.8.8 sites and forward, they already have this setting removed by default. But if you have an older site and you're not uploading Flash files or using a Flash method to upload files, then this is something for you to consider. So why don't we head on over to the screen here. We'll check that out, and then afterwards we'll see who's here, who wants to chat. Once again, I am super late in the afternoon here on the left coast of Canada. This is the one I want right here. So we'll transition over and we'll check this out. That's the basicjoomla.com site. Remember, you can go there and enter contests to win something from MyJoomla.com and regularlabs.com and a book on using Joomla 3. Actually, I was just talking to my wife about this book because she has been reading it down here. We had 2 copies sent to us down here on her desk, and I asked her if it was helpful, and she said it was really helpful. In fact, it was really helpful. In fact, one day I came downstairs in the morning. She had done a whole bunch of stuff based on the book, so it's helping her to learn Joomla, to work on some of the projects that we have and some of the work that I've been passing on over to her. And I'm hoping someday I'll actually convince her to subscribe to this channel. Anyway, so head on over to Joomla, basicjoomla.com. Okay, so if I'm going to show you 2 methods. One is how you can do it manually, and then in the back end of your Joomla site. And then the other, I'm sorry for my voice. I had a cold 2 weeks ago and I still have a bit of a tickle. The other method is to use a tool that Phil Taylor has on his site, MyJoomla.com. So here we are logged into the back end of my... Oh, sorry. This is the link to the article about those changes in 3.8.8. I will put a link to it in the description in the video below. Here's the back end of my Joomla site. And to find these settings that we want to take out, we've got a couple of options to do that. Here we could just go to System and, well, actually, I think I misclicked there. Let's just stop that and go back. Okay. Actually, what we can do is here, right in the control panel, we can go right to Media. And then we are going to go in the top right corner to Options. And then we can then go into Legal Extensions, File Types, and we can remove SWF. Now, it's going to be in there twice. If we just move along with the cursor button, these are all alphabetical. You got SWF, comma. You want to take out SWF and comma in lowercase. And if we hit end and go to the very end, we will find in all caps SWF, comma. Now, you notice I have sort of a funny little icon here. That's my LastPass icon. And for auto entering passwords. if you're having a hard time navigating inside this field, what you could do is actually this. You could I'm going to triple click. There you go, triple click, or go Control A and then Control C for copy, or right click and copy, and then just open Notepad or a text editor really on your site, paste it with Control V, and then you could go in and find SWF, and then we take out the double commas there. We go along and find SWF in all caps, take out the commas, and then all we have to do is go Control A, select that again, Control copy. We will dump the notepad thing out of the way there, and because legal extensions file types is already selected, we just need to go Control V. And what you'll see is when you look in there, that SWF is gone. Now, likewise, down here in the field down below, legal MIME types, you will see image/JPEG, comma image, GIF or GIF, comma image, and then PNG. If we click in there and we move along, we will come to x-shockwave-flash, comma application, and there's a slash in there, and that's what you want to remove. So we're going to delete x-shockwave-flash, comma application, and then the slash that's at the end of it, leaving just one slash between the remaining types, the types that we just took shockwave flash out of. And basically what we've done is we have now disallowed flash as a type of file or a MIME type that can be used for uploading in our Joomla install. Of course, all we need to do is go save and close. And once that's closed, that site is all taken care of. Now, mentioned about the tool that Phil Taylor has. He actually has a new tool on his site for each of the things we've done in this week and the last 2 weeks here on the Maintenance Monday live stream. You're going to go, this is my wife's piano site. As you regulars know, I do stuff on her site as well. As an example, I'm going to click this little green eyeball here. Hi, how you doing, man? And that will just show only where there's issues. And here we have disabling uploading of Flash by default. I'm going to click on Investigate. It's going to take a look at the site and give me the opportunity to fix it because Flash uploading is enabled on her site. I click Fix this for me. I say yes, go ahead. And now we will just go into the back end of her site. Let's go a different method to get there. We could go content, media. We'll go up to options. And now when we look in these types here, let's see, we'll scroll through JOOPP, no SWF. And the same thing down here in legal MIME types. Phil's tool has taken out that, and that's not an issue on my wife's site now. So there you go. There's two methods to take care of that security recommendation that is for sites before Joomla 3.8.8. Remove Flash, block or disallow uploads of Flash files, and using the Flash, the Flash streaming. It's not streaming. Oh my goodness, this totally has just left my brain. MIME type. That's right. That's why I couldn't think of the words, because it's a MIME type. And disallow those on your site, and you'll have things a bit safer. If you really want to allow that, then you're probably someone who either understands the risk, or because the problem is that you want to, if you're going to use those files or upload those files, you really need to preview what's in them, understand exactly what's in them, or else you're opening yourself up to a security concern. Anyway, so that is that's the topic for today. For those of you sticking around for the chat afterwards, that's great. Look forward to that. And if you're leaving at this point, thank you for watching to this point. And again, thanks for your support of this channel and checking it out. Remember, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Ring that bell. Make sure you go to myjoomla.com. Enter this month's monthly giveaway for year's maintenance of one site of myjoomla.com. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, I'm getting over a cold too, so I'm slowly fighting a tickle. Or as many sites as you want for 1 month on MyJoomla.com, a free pro version extension from regularlabs.com, and the Explaining 3 Joomla book. So I will still practice my breathing here as we move on to chatting, but for those that are leaving, thank you very much for watching. As always, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. Yes, Hi-Oh, sometimes I get going and I forget to breathe. But I do have that tickle happening. How are you doing, man? How's everyone else doing that's here? If any, again, lurkers are welcome, but if you want to type something in, I'll tell you guys, I have been having a difficult time with a project because you may have read about, I shared a little bit in the Joomla forum, just trying to build a website for someone, but I don't. They're with a hosting company, and their main tech person that they've hired to do things has been trying to change settings for me. It hasn't worked out, and then when settings weren't working, maybe because of the host or maybe because the guy didn't change them properly or missed something, I mentioned, I just said things are not set up right, and so instead of believing me, I got a long email about all the things I should test on my computer and set up properly on my server. So you imagine how well that went over. But anyways, so it was a bit of a bummer to deal with today, but I'm gonna have coffee with the guy that owns the business, try to just sort things out. At least I won't be building that site because he let me go before I could let him go. But I've known him for a long time, and anyways, Hi-Oh, how's Twitch going? How is Twitch going? Well, my only hesitation now is something that happened last week on the live stream, and something that happened just today, accidentally showing people's email addresses. I noticed that it happened. It popped up in the wrong screen just now. And I can go and blur it afterwards, but I have the 60-second intro at the beginning of the video to give everybody time to get in to watch the video, because of the streaming settings. It's so real time. There's not a lot of DVR, or you can't go back and watch what you've missed. You pretty much pick it up when you log on. And if you change that time frame and then go into YouTube's tool as well, but after cropping the front and try to blur out a screen, it's all time off. So last week I didn't get the thing released live until like just before midnight my time. So I did it again today. So today I know not to cut the intro, and I know also not to. So when I go and blur that section, I'll just have a long intro on this one. So how that relates to Twitch is because I think like, oh man, I'm gonna have to be so super careful not to broadcast user information if I'm doing some fixes or working on some sites on Twitch or doing some things. So that's the latest hurdle in my mind. Plus, as you said before, I have to be careful I don't reveal my location. So Mary, sending out some invoices so you can get signed up with Phil. Yeah, that's great. It's really, really, really enjoying it. I think right now, and they're not all sites of clients, but I've got 48 sites that I'm managing. A bunch of them are mine, some for tutorials, a bunch for clients, and also it makes it really nice just to make sample sites or stuff for people and just keep updating them with it. It's really, really good. So, and I like those tools. And if you notice in the when you go to manage a site, he's been using some of my videos as next to the tools. There's links to them to explain them, so that's pretty good too. Yeah, I guess it's the same on YouTube, except Hi-Oh, is there on Twitch, is there any editing that you can do after you're done recording? Can you go back in and blur something, or I guess you make a mistake live, I get that. Of course, if I go on Twitch, I'm going to be famous, right? So I'll have hundreds of millions of people that are watching me work on Joomla. So the mistakes will be more costly. Mary, I thought that was really interesting to see that finally the Google Maps is showing under development. So we're right on trend and right on time with that discussion that we're planning. So that's when is there a time that you're awake and your dogs don't bark, and that's after 10 o'clock in the morning your time for us to do that collab. Unless if you don't want to do the video thing, we can just work on it, and I'll give you full credit for all the idea, and you're contributing too. So if you're shy for the video, just let me know. I don't want to that's a small window, right, for your dog's not barking at that time. But yeah, if it'd be fun to do it, a video collab and record it and that, then I'm cool with that. But if you're fine not doing it or don't want to do it, I don't want to put you on the spot either, and can cobble the thing together. I did. I think I mentioned last week I started looking into the YubiKey or Yubico. The little, I actually opened up that envelope that I got that Phil Taylor mailed me. He's sponsoring a video to show how to do two-factor authentication with a YubiKey on Joomla. So here's just the little thing. Like, just came in this little folded up plastic square. So I don't know if he opened it from some bigger plastic packaging and mailed it to me. But anyways, I started checking that out. So that's pretty cool. I'm learning about that. Mostly, my big worry about two-factor authentication was that I was accidentally going to lock myself out of the site and not be able to get back in, which I think I've already figured out a way to get back in to a Joomla site that's locked up because of this. I think I have to do some experimenting, but anyway, so that's having that contest soft extension review out of the way. I've got that. I've got the Google Maps thing, and keep chugging along. It actually felt pretty good to have a different thumbnail on my site instead of just the Maintenance Monday ones. Well, it looks fairly quiet now in the chat, so we'll give this a couple more seconds. What time is it now? Look at that, 5 o'clock. Supper time for me and Mary in our time zone. Okay, so it's much more comfortable than on YouTube, eh? All right, I was wondering why it seemed to be a long time for you to be away. Okay, that's good, working away. Yeah, the only reason you push me to Twitch, I won't have any users at first. That's a good point. And then I can just learn things the hard way. But Twitch recordings stay up there for a while too, right? Or is it? Are they public always? Do you set them to for only people who have subscribed to be able to see? I guess that really doesn't matter. Anyone can subscribe. Yeah, 200 characters. 200 characters for chat. That's the one. Facebook has got it down for people typing, right? And interacting with each other socially. They've let it. Google tried with Google Plus. I think I've mentioned this before. Google tried with Google Plus, and it was actually a much nicer format linked in for businesses, linked into all their business stuff. But you can linked in with all their business stuff. But it just never caught on, although I guess people still use it. I still post to it. But nothing like Facebook. And now, YouTube, if they could somehow, and I think they're probably moving towards this, but if they could get YouTube so that it was as chatty as you can be on Facebook, an update status, or you had your home there and you also had your video on your channel, and people that were interested, you could just put stuff and have discussions, then sure, why not have more than 200 characters? Although they must have some reason. It might be just the reason that railroad tracks are as wide as they are now, because they've always been that way. You imagine you build a time machine and go back and tell them, no, build train cars twice as wide. You'll thank us in the future. Oh, and your streams can be displayed later or not. Okay, so I suppose after doing a stream, if there was a catastrophic mistake on there, you could just not display it later. All right. Well, it's definitely something that my interest is piqued in, so I thank you for reminding me to look into that. And good. All right. I think that is probably going to wrap it up for chat then, unless something else pops in there. Last week, I believe it was like Friday, I'd have to double check the date, we had a small earthquake here in the house. Actually, I was showing my wife something on the computer in the site she was working on, and it really does sound like a truck coming for those who've experienced it. And I thought, well, it seems like a truck, or maybe someone just cut down a big tree, but it seemed to be moving. Then all of a sudden, there's just the big thump that hit the house, and was like, oh yeah, that was an earthquake. Last night, no video of that. But last night, about 10 o'clock, and here in Victoria, we hardly get any thunderstorms at all. Like, we'll get a thunderstorm, like we'll hear thunder maybe once every 2 years. Get a really good thunderstorm maybe every 3 years, maybe about 3 years. Anyways, last night, out of the blue, I'm watching TV down here, and I see this flash in the window. And I thought, I said to my wife, oh, there's just a big flash of lightning. I mean, we knew the weather had some change coming in, but it's very rare here. And a little while later, it boomed, and it boomed. And one of the things out here is it rattling off the mountains and everything. But I'll tell you, I would say probably about 15 seconds into that rumble and it coming and going, we must have been right where the wave pattern was, the sound wave pattern was right, or they stacked up. But it hit the house and shook the ground more than the earthquake last week. Excuse me. So that was exciting, but no video, no sound, just all of us just sitting here doing our living, waiting for the big one to happen. Victoria is very much like it sits on a fault that's very much like Christchurch in New Zealand, so we can get one of their earthquakes. But then just off of Vancouver Island, there's also a fault line like the one off of Japan that caused the huge tsunami few years ago. So anyways, but it's a temperate climate here, so as I say to people, if you're going to die somewhere, might as well be in a temperate climate. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in and watching and taking part in your suggestions. And Ohio, I did remember today, and I did take a sort of a little look, just a little bit look so far about Google Fonts and Rocket Theme templates. And what I want to do is try to see how you can, there must be a way to add a font to a Joomla template so it's hosted right on your server and isn't coming from Google. So I have remembered that. I haven't forgotten that. So I will keep mulling it over. Yeah, the glass half full. The glass is half full. Only half broken after the earthquake. Cool. All right. Hey, everybody. It's so I'll say it one last time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support of the channel. And it's good checking in with you guys. And I will catch you on the flip side. Enjoy your Joomla sites. And God bless.